Hi, my name is Nazo. I'm doing this question. I hope you can see it. I'm struggling with it. All of those questions. Please, guys, help me.
Right, no worries, Sinazo. We are with you. We do see the question, but then in case the viewers at home can't see it clearly, let's check it out together, guys, and see what the story is with this awesome wild card. Right, the question says to us here that in the diagram there's a point P, a point Q with the coordinates -7 and -2, right? R with no coordinates, and the point S with the coordinates 3 to 6 are vertices of a quadrilateral, right? R is a point on the x-axis. QR is produced to N such that QR is 2 times the length of Rn. Sn is drawn. Angle PTO is equal to 71.57 degrees, and SRN is also equal to the angle theta. We can see all that information is appearing right there. So there's nothing that is on the love letter that is currently not appearing on our sketch. Okay, cool. So the first question here says what? We need to find the equation of the line SR. We need to find the equation of the line SR, and the line SR is the red line on our sketch right there. So this line SR is the line that is vertical. Now you need to understand that the equation, right? The equation, guys, of any line that is vertical will always be x equals something. X equals to whatever the x value on any one of the points you can find on any of those vertical lines. And the equation of anything that goes horizontal will always be y equals to something, because it has nothing to do with x, it just has the same y value across the board. So this one is a vertical line, it must say x equals something. Right, let's check what the issue is going to be now in this case. So we can clearly see that the x coordinate is 3 there. So the equation of this line definitely has to be x equals to 3, because x is 3 at that point. Even at R, the x value must be 3 when y is 0. So in the red line, the equation will just simply be x equals to 3. And we know this for a fact because we can clearly see the red line is perpendicular to the x-axis right there. Okay, very simple and not complicated at all. Moving on to the second question. Right, we are told now that we need to find the gradient of the line QP. Key weight gradient. Analyze the key weights, their gradients. Now, in order to find the gradient, you need to either have 2 points, or you need to find the angle that can help you to find the gradient, or you need parallel lines, or you need perpendicular lines. You need to know all the things that you can use in order to find the gradient of a particular line. So the line QP that we are looking at there are no 2 points there. I don't have any other point. I only have the point Q on this particular drawing. Nothing has been given for P. So I can't use change in Y over change in X. I can't say the gradient of PQ is change in Y over change in X. This falls off because we don't know the coordinates of the other point. So the only thing I can use is the given angle. And I hope you guys remember that the gradient can also be found by the tangent of the angle of inclination, which is 71.57 degrees in this case. Right, so then you go and fetch your calculator. You need to know all the options that you have that you can actually use. In this case, I'm simply going to say I want the tan of 71.57, and when I press the equality sign, I'm getting 3,00086 blah 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 blah. Now if you look at the question that was given, we were told to just find the gradient of QP to the nearest integer. So to the nearest integer, the gradient definitely has to be a value of 3. So the gradient of that line QP will just simply be a 3. All right, it's just as easy as that. You just need to understand, always know that if it's not y2 minus y1 x2 minus x1, you've got to have an angle of inclination that you can use to find the gradient, or there will be parallel lines or there will be perpendicular lines. It doesn't go beyond that. Moving right along to the third question. Right, the third question is asking us something pretty exciting. We have to now find the equation of that very same line QP. What do we know so far about the line? Remember, we have found that the gradient of this line is equal to 3 to the nearest integer. So it's a straightforward grade 11 question. That's why grade 11s can also watch our shows, even though we do this show for grade 12s. So y is mx plus c. Right, once we have done this, then we can simply say the y value at any of those 2 points or those 3 points that are lying on the line, I've got a y value of -2. So I'm going to say -2 equals to, the gradient is 3, the x value there is simply equal to -7 and plus c. So -2 is 3 times 7 is 7, 14, 21. That's -21 plus c. You do witchcraft maths. You take -21 to the left. It changes to plus 21 minus 2 equals to c. This gives us a value of 19 equals to c. Then clearly we can then conclude that the equation of this line will simply be y equals to 3x plus a value of 19. Right, quite awesome and very interesting at the same time. Not complicated at all. It's very important for you to understand how do you actually position yourself to make sure that you are able to use an angle to find a gradient. When you've got a gradient and a point, how do you continue to find the equation of a particular line?